Okay, so in this video we're going to go over the electronics and the controls of this bike. So to start the bike, on this particular model we have a keyless ignition. So you just press it. You have to have the key nearby in order to do that, otherwise it won't do anything. So first thing I want to show everyone is this GPS. I really like this feature of the bike, and for several reasons. One is it's not just a map, it's not just a GPS, it actually monitors the bike, and I'll show you a little bit about that. So one thing that's really neat is you have this scroll here which actually controls the GPS. So for example, it can scroll forward, backwards, side, and the other side there. So for example, I just hit the side button, and when I hit the side button, it scrolls through all these different pages, and this is what makes this GPS so neat right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. So this monitors the bike. So you have rear tire pressure in there, elevation, speed, fuel range, voltage, and you can actually change these, and there's a huge list of things that you can manage on this bike. So it's really neat. So, and then of course with the scroll, if I zoom in by going forward, you'll see I can look at just the speed, for example, which is really nice because that speedometer is pretty small, and when you're riding down the road, you're actually back here, so it's kind of hard to see that speedometer. But if you look at the GPS, you can see your speed clearly. Let's say you want 2, so you can actually adjust that, or 4, or the whole screen. So really neat feature. Also like that with gloves, you know, these are cheap gloves, you can still click on the screen, which these gloves, they don't work on my smartphone, so I really like that. And then if you want to view the map, and again with the scrolling out, and there's no satellite reception in here because I'm in a hangar, but here we are in Washington State. Sorry about the focus here. There's Seattle, and here we are in the world. So, and that also is a really nice feature. Just going down the road, I typically have the GPS on, and it's just really nice to see all the roads and places around you while you're driving around. So I really like that. I've never had that on any other bike, so it's really neat. Okay, so looking at the control side of the bike, there's a lot to this bike, so I'll try to keep it in depth and as short as possible here. So looking at these buttons here, you have the trip button, which at the top of this screen, you have the odometer, trip, fuel range, and if you want to get into the setup of the controls, you can do that. That's another video. Then you have the info button here, which at the bottom here, engine temp 18 degrees, it's very cold out. Consumption, speed, that's going to be your pressures for your tire, oil level, the date, and external temperature. So gives you an idea of how those buttons work. You've got you can turn your ABS off. I actually think that might control traction control, maybe? I actually don't know. Typically I just switch modes. So right now it's in Enduro mode, which you can spin the rear tire, and I think it turns off the traction control on that. But it's probably a smart thing to do if you're off-road to turn off your ABS brakes as well, because typically it's better to slide. So then you have suspension here. So looking down there, you can set it to soft, hard, and then if you hold down the suspension button, you can switch. Let's see if it does it. There it is. So rider with luggage, 2 riders, and 1 rider. And then typically I leave it on that when just driving around town. So there's that. Then you've got your blinkers here, left, right, and then to cancel blinkers, you've got your blinker on right now. You just press into it. The blinker, it will go off, but it's on a timer, which this is one thing I actually don't like about the BMW is I've seen on other bikes when you turn the wheel and then turn straight again, the blinker will automatically turn off. In this situation, it doesn't do that. It's on a timer, and that timer is set to a really long length, so you're driving around with your blinker on and you look like an idiot. So you basically have to do it manually every time, which that's kind of disappointing. I kind of expected a little bit more there, but you know, that's a little thing. Next thing, moving on, is cruise control. I'm not really too fond of this, how it works here. So right now it's off. If you're driving down the road, you press this over to the right and then you can set it, and that's it really. So, and then it is adaptive cruise control, so it works really well. If you're going uphill, it will maintain your set speed. And then here you've got this trigger button, and that is for your passing lights. Actually, if you flick it forward, that's for your brights, and then flick it back, that's just normal. And then of course you've got your hazards there. Okay, so this is just one side of the bike, and we'll move over to the other side. I had to take a quick break and take the wings off of that. So anyways, back to it. So we've got the mode button here. Let's see if it focuses. So we've got that mode button, and right now it's in rain mode, which is less power, full traction control, and also you've got full ABS. So then if you switch that, you've got road mode, which is a smoother throttle response. I believe you have full power in this mode, and traction control, ABS brakes. Dynamic mode is you've got a much more responsive throttle, and this is in theory because I actually can't tell the difference between road mode and dynamic mode. It's really hard to tell. And then you've got Enduro mode, dumbs down the power, and also no traction control. You would also want to take off the ABS brakes in this mode as well. And then you've got your other button here on the top, which is heated hand grips. So at 25 degrees, you're probably going to want the heated hand grips. So right now that's on low setting, that's off, and that's on full. So, and that's just kind of an overview of the controls. Again, there's a lot to this bike. I could talk all day about it. So, and this is something I added on. This it's a phone holder, and it's made by Ram Mounts, and I think it's probably the best one out there. You can swivel it, and then you just tighten wherever you want it set at. So really nice. If you guys want more videos, or you want me to talk about certain things, again, there's just a ton on this bike that we can talk about. So I don't mind making more videos, and then also if you want to see other videos, we have another bike over here. This is a new Triumph Rocket. It's a 2300cc engine, and just an absolute monster. And I'd love to make a video of this bike too. So let me know what you think, and enjoy your day.